You know, we always hear about how some people will complain, I walked 10 miles both ways uphill in the snow and to school, and I didn't do that, but I mean, to get to the bus was a little bit more of an energetic walk than my kids have to make so these days. Is that something we're robbing from them? Is that something that's necessary? What's your feeling on that?
Obviously, things have changed a lot since we were younger, and you know, growing up here in Rockland County when I was younger, pretty much, especially during the summer, we would wake up and go outside, and kind of, my mom, I don't know if she exactly knew where we were most of the day until she called us in for dinner. Sometimes we would walk over.
And she didn't call you on a cell
Dairy
phone
Queen.
either. She
Yes,
didn't call you on a
yes.
cell phone or send you a text either.
When I was younger, the bus came to the top of the street, and I lived all the way at the bottom down in the court, and I had
Like,
to
how
walk.
far, though, did you have to walk? Can you
I mean, it
estimate?
wasn't it's huge,
Right.
you know, but
Like, I had to walk like a quarter of a mile from my home to my bus stop. The bus didn't come all the way. I lived on a cul-de-sac. The bus didn't come all the way up the cul-de-sac and down to pick us up in front of our house. We had to walk to where the two main streets connected.
right.
It wasn't so terrible.
It wasn't so terrible. I was certainly out of my mother's eye where she couldn't see me
I
anymore.
actually enjoyed it. Yeah, well, our bus stop was near a creek. We'd throw rocks in the creek in the morning. It was great.
Well, mine was at the top of the street, which is a main main roadway, was at the top of the street. So there were cars driving back and forth. I mean, I guess things have changed tremendously since then, because I remember also getting to the top of the street, and especially in the high school years, then one of the other girls at the bus stop would light up her cigarette, and the bus driver was smoking, and things were different.
And we didn't wear bike helmets, and there were no seatbelts in the cars, and we piled them in 10 people high where there were only 3 seats anyway. And look, we survived.
But are we not giving our kids enough freedom and enough independence at an earlier age?
It's one thing to be cautious. I think we do live in a different society today. I think there's a little bit more going on. I think you hear more about crazy guys in an unmarked van trying to pick up kids and who they see walking unattended, and that seems to be a little bit more prevalent these days. On the other hand, if you hold their hands too long and for too much, you start making them. You start stifling their growth as adults, and then maybe they don't trust the idea of being able to walk around when they're 15, when they're 20, when they're 30. They should be able to be doing those things.